Hi, I'm Sean Obedih, and I run NewGenAngels.
And Sean, NewGenAngels is organising an event called Angel Forum in London. What's that going to be?
It's going to be Africa Business Angel Forum, and we're running it in London so that we can bring people together to actually talk about and deal with early stage scaling companies that are starting to go out to kind of beyond their original borders and trying to bring them to the world's attention in terms of what's going on and showcasing real companies that are doing real stuff on the ground.
Let's get the details out of the way. When's it taking place?
It's taking place on the 3rd of March, and it's going to be in central London.
Okay, and what's the format of the event? What's the sort of ground to be covered?
Sure. The format is very simple. It's a presentational TEDx style format where we focus on detailing ecosystems. So pretty much dissecting what's going on in from agriculture to financial technology and anything in between. And we really also accompanying that with a dinner at the end. And it's going to be one or two companies that are pitching, kind of showcasing what they've done and also looking for further investments. And there are going to be one or two panels on specific issues like corporate venture capital.
So what sort of people should come to the event?
We basically anybody who is interested in early stage companies in Africa, anybody who is interested in acquiring companies in Africa, anybody who is interested in building a network that actually focuses on emerging markets, specifically Africa, that should be the place to be.
And how did you get to organise this event?
Well, I was born in church, so we organize events every Sunday. However, when I transferred into my career, I started doing events just because I was supporting companies. This was after I had pretty much exited the last business that I did, which was a plaster business, skin toned plasters. And I started advising companies, but as part of that, we had to organize events. And that's when I found my passion again of bringing people together. I've always liked bringing people together, but usually it was around food and dinners. So we started doing demo days, which was MVP demo days at the Google campus. This is in 2012, and carried on, and we're just now scaling that to really focus on larger numbers, but also specific markets like Africa.
And you've done other events like Startup Africa here in London.
Yes, we have. In September of 2014, we collaborated with Africonomy as well as Africa 2.0 to put together an event called Startup Africa London, where we showcased a few companies as well as put together a few panels, which we had participation from people like Arnold Ekpe, as well as some of the investors from abroad, as well as other people that are actually involved in the ecosystem but that are based in London. And the event was attended by over 100 people.
And if we look forward 5 years,
Sure.
What are the things that you think are going to change in terms of the startup ecosystem and the kinds of early startup investment that you're talking about?
We'll start to see breakout companies that are now going and becoming comfortable to go out of their comfort zones in terms of home markets, starting to scale. So East African companies going to West African companies and vice versa. South African companies coming in out of South Africa and going to, Asia, Europe and America, and same as East African companies are scaling. We're starting to see people from the diaspora going back and building stuff that are kind of tested, so you don't have to take a risk on the idea. You're just taking a risk on a new market. And we started to see more of those, and also people that are actually starting to fund companies out of their own pockets.